And Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness has had his say on defections to the JLP, noting that some comrades are tired of the toxicity of Mark Golding's leadership.
I want you to just look at the landscape and see where people are heading to and where they are heading from. You know, people are heading to the Jamaica Labour Party. Whether it is from Hanover, Westmoreland, Manchester, St. Ann, wherever you look, because you have toxic people over there and toxic situation. Over here, we have order, principles and respect. We have a better politics. So better politics makes better policies, and better policies make better people. Better people are always attracted to better politics.
Prime Minister and leader of the Jamaica Labour Party, JLP, Dr. Andrew Holness, has asserted that the JLP offers what he described as a better kind of politics. He says this type of politics produces policies capable of attracting Jamaicans seeking progress and stability. Dr. Holness suggested that this brand of politics is encouraging individuals to shift away from what he characterized as toxic environments in pursuit of spaces defined by greater order and respect.
We have a better politics. We have a better kind of politics. And our kind of politics creates better policies. And the better policies make people better. And better people get attracted to our politics. And when better people come to our politics, we make better policies, better programs and plans for you. And with better plans and programs, people get better. Why don't you just look at the landscape and see where people are heading to and where they are heading from. People are heading to the Jamaica Labour Party. Whether it is from Hanover, Westmoreland, Manchester, St. Ann, wherever you look, because you have toxic people over there and toxic situation. Over here, we have order, principles and respect. We have a better politics.
Prime Minister and leader of the JLP, Dr. Andrew Holness. While the Prime Minister did not explicitly refer to any specific case, his comments follow announcements that at least 3 former opposition supporters have switched allegiance to the JLP.
But the opposition leader, Mark Golding, has hit back at those who say his leadership style has prompted defections to the ruling JLP. Speaking in Western Hanover on Sunday, Golding says that those who've left are leaving the PNP in better shape.
So, comrades, the way I see the switching thing, we're better off when who not really belong with we, go with them for go. Yeah, man, make the thing clearer. I don't like when people them amongst we and them not really for we. So if you're not for we, just go where you feel comfortable. We're all right, man, because we're marching on to progress. Blood and fire, comrades.
Mark Golding, PNP President. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Dr. Casson Troop, says that the ministry supplies schools with enough resources to provide lunches to all PATH beneficiaries. She was responding to concerns about the adequacy of the per capita amount of funds allocated to each child on PATH.
So when you do the costing for a meal, a preparator would have to consider overheads, light, water, rental, staff. In addition to the funding we send for schools for nutritional support, the ministry provides for the overhead costs. So the schools are not contending with that to make a price point for the meal per student. We pay the cooks, we pay the assistants, right? We pay the light, we pay the water. There are resources already in place built out for that, right? We do the maintenance of the canteen and the schools. Every year we send out $70 million just for canteen, not just the other infrastructure, just for canteen repairs and to, update the stock or the equipment within the canteen to do the meshing, the fridge, all the things that they need.
Last Wednesday, the MP for Central St. Mary, Dr. Maurice Guy, described the $180 daily allocation for each PATH student as insufficient. Dr. Troop says schools have not been reporting any difficulties with meeting demand for PATH students.
There are resources in place to complement what we send out for the nutritional support. So what we need to do is to prepare the meal in bulk, having the resources in place. And we believe, Minister, yes, I know the funds move up from time to time and there's inflation, that we can look at it, but what we have provided in totality should be able to suffice. And we just want our principals to bear that in mind when they're having the conversations about the money and if it is sufficient to do the price point for the meal.
Dr. Casson Troop, a permanent secretary in the Education Ministry. Meanwhile, Education Minister Dr. Dana Morse-Dixon is praising administrators for going above and beyond to secure meals for needy students.
A lot of our schools have been able to stretch the money a lot, and some of them use additional resources from the canteen and other fundraising elements or, other drives that they have to supplement the funding, and we appreciate that because I see our principals and our teachers going the extra mile to try to make sure that as many of the students get the nutrition support as they can. In addition to that, there are sometimes children who are not on the path list for nutrition support, and the schools recognize that there are issues there, and the ministry has given the school the permission to use some of the funds from the ministry to help in supporting those students. So we're doing a lot there.
And the ministry says it will be pursuing more feeding programs for the upcoming school year.
Beginning in September, for all the schools you saw, what we call the NSLIP schools, which are the schools that are underperforming, every single one of those schools will now get breakfast in addition to the lunch allocation. That's a big deal. That's a lot of money too. It's a lot of money to make that happen. But what we're saying is, if we truly believe in these children, if we truly believe that those children in those schools that are underperforming deserve the same access to education as everybody else, we have to do this. And so beginning in September, they will get breakfast in addition to lunch.
Dr. Dana Morse-Dixon, Education Minister. The Health Ministry is again urging Jamaicans, or those Jamaicans who are traveling, to get vaccinated against the yellow fever prior to leaving the island. This amid reports of increasing incidence of the illness in the Americas. Yellow fever is an acute illness caused by the yellow fever virus found in the tropics of South America and Africa. It is transmitted by the bite of infected mosquitoes such as the Aedes aegypti, the same species that transmit chikungunya, dengue, and Zika. The most recent report of the Pan American Health Organization says that up to a month ago, there were 235 confirmed cases of yellow fever, resulting in 96 deaths in 5 countries in the region. This compares to 131 in 4 countries at the end of March this year. 53 of those cases were fatal. The 5 countries implicated in the May 2025 PAHO report are Bolivia, Brazil, Colombia, Ecuador, and Peru. Brazil ranks the highest with 111 cases and 44 fatalities. The Ministry of Health says yellow fever vaccinations are provided at Slide Pen Road Comprehensive Health Center each Tuesday and Thursday from 8:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. and at the Montego Bay Health Center on the last Thursday of each month from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The cost is $1,500.